Welcome to the episode of Locked In. In this vlog, I'm going to be attempting to put a dropper seat post on a gravel bike. I have seen this. This is definitely still an awkward, weird trend, I think, but I think it's going to add a lot of functionality to my Poseidon X build, and so I want to see if I can make this work, and I want to do a special shout out to PNW. They supplied me with both an internal and external dropper post to try to fit on this frame. I'm going to see what I can make work, so let's get started. So first off, here are the two dropper seat posts that I picked up. Both these are their 90mm drop. These are both 27.2 diameter seat posts, which is what I need for my frame. And this is basically one of the few options that'll work with that diameter of seat post. As you can see, this is the external unit. This is the internal unit. This is what I really want to use, but I'm going to show you that I think unless I drill a hole into my frame, which I don't really want to do, I don't think this is going to work for me. So I think we're going to go with the external post, and here's why. So with the internal post, basically the cable would go into the frame down here, and there's just not enough room between these two tubes, I think, to route the cable in there nicely without it kinking, so that it can obviously exit out of my one access hole that I have left to mount the lever on my handlebars. Now you can mount their lever here, but I wanted a clean install that was easy for me to basically remove for cross season, so I can run a rigid seat post when I want. So I think the external unit isn't going to look as clean, but I think it's going to add functionality and ease of swapping back to my regular rigid seat post for cross season or just a longer road ride where I don't really need a dropper and want to save the weight. So the plan is to run it to where the cable comes down here. Then I will have it basically run inside the frame here and have it basically go into my access hole here with all my other cabling, pop out here, and then I'll obviously remove this stuff and route the trigger switch either on the left or the right side, whatever works best. So let's get started with the install. If you guys are looking for a full breakdown tutorial, please check out their website. It definitely goes over this more in detail than I am. This is basically me going to be trying to figure it out, and I'm going to see what I come up with in the end. Hopefully I can figure out how to make this work. I have never installed a dropper in my life. I've never installed this style of dropper before. I kind of know how it works, so let's see if I can make it work. Like I've run into my first issue already. I really wanted to mount the lever on the top. It doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do that because the clamping size is a lot smaller. So what I'm going to have to try to do is unwrap the left side of the handlebar. Then I'm going to try to basically remove the shifter, slide that lever all the way up to basically where the bar starts to flare out, which is not ideal for the look I wanted. But that means ideally I can just pull this thing off later down the line when I don't need it, instead of trying to basically cable it into their road style shifter area that they recommend. The thing is, with the flare bar on my Salsa cow chippers, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually get a good grasp of it, but this is going to get way more involved than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is try to just unwrap the bar. It's going to be a big hassle because I've already have this bike set up, but I think that's going to be the best plan of attack to make this little lever on there work. I think it's going to be in and out of the way on the handlebar when it's unplugged, and I can just leave it there because I don't have to unwrap my bars every single time. And this thing's pretty small and unintrusive, so I think that might be the best plan. So let's see if it actually works. update. I have everything installed. It seems to be functioning. I'm going to be pulling the bike off the stand so I can see if it actually actuates. Now, I think what I'm going to do is wrap the handlebar tape a little bit beyond the lever, because you can see it's pretty far in, just so it kind of cleans up the look. I'll ride it this way. Now, I know there's a hack to where if I get another shifter that has a shift lever for a front shifter for a SRAM rival group set, I can actually make that function as the drop bar lever. The reason why I didn't want to go with that, even though I love the look and the aesthetic of it, I basically would have to commit to running the dropper full time, and I haven't decided on that yet. If I did do that, I probably would do the full send, drill the hole into the frame to make it a really clean install with the internal unit, and then integrate it with the left shifter to make it a super clean setup. But I don't know if I want to do that just yet. So here is the final setup. Now, I wish it was a little bit cleaner, but I wanted to have a little bit of bar tape on the other side just for basically visual symmetry here. So I'd have the same distance of bar tape either side. This actuates it pretty nice. I might be playing with the angle of it as I ride it more. I did tilt it up a little bit from the install just because it felt a little more comfortable in hand. So I'm going to give this thing a whirl, see what I think. So it looks like we have success with this so far. It seems to be functioning fine. I won't really know until I get to take it out on the trail if it's going to sag. I know if you don't properly adjust the cable tension, that's what it tends to do with full body weight, but it seems to be working fine right now. I kind of like it. I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to try to take it on some rides where I actually need a dropper post, or try to remember to use it because I never have had one before. So I definitely have ridden bikes with droppers, and I usually forget just to use it. So I'm going to see what this feels like and let you guys know in a later video if I like a dropper seat post on a gravel bike. So if you guys like this kind of content, please comment below. Please make sure that you turn notifications on so you can see all my content that I put out on this channel. Please make sure to subscribe. All the links for my Instagram and Facebook are all in the description below. And thanks for watching another episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in today. Bike tutorials are quick and